When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here, but then one of my buddies showed me this website. And now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge. The globe. It is I, your lovable host, L. Rod, coming to you live from my Bunker Ice home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still live free or die. It is not big government or bust. And yes, I did check again today. Speaking of today, it is August the 18th in the year of our Lord 2015. And it is the second day of the week as we move right along, getting really settled into the week. The number that you can call here to join me live on the air is toll-free 603-835-3224. That's 603-835-3224. And, between 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern time, you can call in, especially if you're a liberal. Got a lot of questions for liberals out there, though. And I know that liberals will probably look at all my various social media sites, as well as my website, rodeccles.net, and they might be a little afraid to call in. I know I can be a little intimidating. Well, it's not really me that's intimidating you, by the way. Just so you know, let's speak the truth here. That is what is intimidating you. Truth and logic. And that I use it to debate anybody on just about any topic. It's just truth and logic and historical fact. That's what intimidates you. I'm sure that because, little old me at about 5'9", 5'10", I am, under 200 pounds. I am by no means physically intimidating to anybody. Maybe my brain is intimidating because, again, I use logic and historical fact and truth. Now, anybody who does that is going to be intimidating to those who use nothing but feeling and falsehoods and fakery. Just saying that's the reason why if you're intimidated, you have to look at yourself and ask yourself, why am I intimidated? By this guy or by any conservative that happens to use things like logic and historical fact and truth. And you have to look at yourself and say, well, why am I intimidated? And it's going to be because those people are using logic, historical fact, and truth. And I'm not talking about, well, that's your truth, Rod. No, I'm not talking about subjective truth. That's what liberals like to do. They like to use this thing, well, for me. For you, that might be okay, but for me, I am so sick of hearing that term. But for me, it's not about you. Everybody tries to make everything about themselves. I get it. I really get it. But when it comes right down, it's not about you. It's about the collective. And it isn't about your feelings. It's about the facts and historical data, historical truth. It's about logic. Does it work? Well, let me put it this way. Since liberalism is based on, touchy-feely types of things, and those things are based on a vacuum. Let me give you an example. $15 an hour, minimum wage, that would be great. If you could give people a raise at $15 an hour and no prices, there was never any inflation. So prices didn't rise. The $15 an hour minimum wage occurred in a vacuum. Liberals would be, ecstatic. They'd be right. It would be, everybody would make more money, and they'd be able to make that money without raising, their cost. So if, for example, if somebody, if a store is selling milk at $2.50 a gallon, but they're paying their average employee $10 an hour, but if they were able to raise their average salary to $15 an hour, but still charge $2.50 for that gallon of milk, and keep their profit and stay in business and, without laying anybody off, all that kind of stuff. If everything stayed exactly the same and the only thing that went up or changed was the wage, that would be a perfect world. But that's a world in a vacuum. That doesn't exist. But liberals don't look at that. All they see is the front part. They don't see the rest of it. They look at it, but it's the right thing to do. No, it's not necessarily the right thing to do, but you feel it's the right thing to do because it makes you feel better to see everybody making at least $15 an hour. Right? I mean, who's going to be against that? Really? I mean, if you're really thinking about it, you're paying somebody giving them a raise, paying the minimum of $15 an hour. It's going to improve their life. They're going to be able to afford the things they can't afford before, and they'll be able to save more or invest more or spend more, and it'll spur the economy, right? I mean, who's really going to be against that? Well, nobody in a vacuum. But unfortunately, we don't live in a vacuum. We don't live in a liberal vacuum. As we can see in places like San Francisco that has mandated this new minimum wage of $15 an hour, people are losing their jobs. Businesses are closing or moving outside the city limits. And even there are some people that are saying, you know what? Boss, I need fewer hours because I'm losing too much of my government benefits by earning too much at this $15 an hour rate. So this whole vacuum type of thing, it's not working. And liberals are, by the liberal mindset, they're justifiably upset and confused by it all. Well, we conservatives are not confused. We're upset by it. Yeah, justifiably so, but we're not confused because we knew this was going to happen. We know the exact cause of it, but liberals, without using any historical fact or truth or logic, are going to be scratching their heads trying to figure out, well, what went wrong? I mean, these people should be happy. I mean, we spent all this time and effort and even some of our own money to get them to get $15 an hour, and they're not happy, and they're not making us happy, and they make us look bad, and they're mad at us, and we don't understand. Well, if you'd have listened to us to begin with, we would have told you and saved you all kinds of hurt and pain. But no, you had to go ahead and lead with your feelings because you thought all this stuff happened in a vacuum, that there would be no possible way for a $15 an hour minimum wage to affect the economy at large. In fact, you did survey after survey and study after study